today, how about you sit back there by her? But be quiet.
Okay. Can I sit right there then?
No.
Why?
Yes. Let's go ahead and look at what we're doing. Hey, if you can hear me, clap once. Wowzers, we have a really small group because why?
AP real name.
Because there's the AP field trip,
Wow,
right?
that's so cool.
So what we're going to do, hey, stop.
Cool, I thought you
Don't
were
do
AP.
that. You're such an intelligent person. When you act that way, it makes you sound not as intelligent as I know you are. We're going to go ahead and notice there's no capture question on the board today because we were supposed to have a big lab on natural resources, but here's the deal. I've got like more than half the class gone. So what we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and finish.
The videos.
We already did the videos,
Uh,
but I need you to get this sheet of paper out. Could you get this sheet of paper out?
Is that your phone?
I'm so sorry.
On the board?
Yeah, I'm giving her, she wants to use me as a reference.
Oh. I'm kidding.
That's okay. Go ahead, yeah, we'll be besties, and then everybody will be like, that's weird.
that's bestie.
All right,
No, what wasn't it? 1150?
No.
I need you to get out yesterday's lab, not today's lab, not that, yeah, yesterday's. Oh, she's got it, okay. So, last we were together, we drew what we said we thought the pathway was, yes?
Yeah.
And then we watched a video about something called the Kelp Highway. Can someone remind me what the Kelp Highway was? Jared?
It was like all this kelp right along the shores of the ocean.
Right along the shores of the ocean, and you can eat it, right?
Yep.
And we talked about how there was this new idea. Originally, they thought people waited until about 10,000 years ago when the ice moved apart enough, because this was all ice sheets, and then people were able to travel through around 12 to 10,000 years when that opened up. But the new idea is that because water has a what?
High heat capacity.
High heat capacity, probably most of the coastline was exposed. And don't forget, the coastline was also this big at the time. Why was the coastline so extended at the time?
'Cause
Where
the
was
ice
the
on
water?
land.
On the ice.
On the ice. The oceans were lowered by about 400 feet. So a lot of this coastline was exposed. So the idea was, I bet, people were able to travel along the edge until they got to the area that had no ice, and then were able to use the river systems to go ahead and populate North America, and were able to then get into Central America through the Gulf of Mexico. Remember that skeleton that they called Eva was found in this general area in Central America. And her bones dated to 13,500 years old.
How do you know that's that's the exact
Location or time?
Time.
Radiocarbon dating.
Oh.
Yep.
Can you do that?
Carbon 14. What?
Can you do that?
Can I do carbon 14? I am not trained to do that, but if I went to training, I'm sure that I would be able to do it.
They
Now-
gave her a name, Caitlin.
They just gave her a name, yeah. So they called this skeleton Eva, and it's the oldest remains thus far that we've discovered, and it was discovered that she lived or died about 13,000 years ago. Much earlier than she should be there if people traveled through this ice opening, which was around 12 to 10,000 years ago. So that gives evidence to this new theory that people probably hugged the coastline. The problem is we can't find their little settlements along the coastline. Why not?
They're underwater.
They're underwater now. So I'm saying to you, go get those jobs, right? Go get those jobs in underwater archaeology. All right, so that's where we left, I believe. Is that correct?
Whoever found Eva, did they make bank?
I think that as an archaeologist, you're not necessarily doing it for the money.
Oh.
Why?
Yeah.
Because you have to do it for the love of what you do. I don't do teaching for the money.
The government only occasionally gives you money.
Yeah, but do you make money?
You can look up my salary on the public
Wait, so like,
website. I'm
did
not
he
going
get
to tell
money
you.
or not?
Well, I know.
Did he get
I'm saying
money?
Okay, here's the deal. When you make a discovery as an archaeologist, it gives you the ability to get more grants, you can publish papers, people can give you kind of money
And you
in
get
order to
more money.
continue to do your research, right? And most archaeologists, not most, some archaeologists, most archaeologists work at government facilities like universities and such like that. So you could make your money that way. All right, so that's where we left off. And then we're not going to worry about these questions, but I do want us to look at number 6 where it says trace the new route on the map above. So what I'm going to do is pull up this, and then I'm going to do this. So the new route possibly could be something like this, right? We know that around 10 to 12,000 years ago, people came through this opening. But now it is thought about up to 14,000 years prior, 14,000 years ago, people probably came from this land bridge that was open, bypassed the ice, and were hugging the coast in order to get to the area of North America that was not covered with ice. So I need you to draw a new route on your map. So I'm going to pull up my map, and I'm going to go ahead and draw a new route. And I think I will do that. So like coming over here and then hugging the coast, right? And then they could travel this way into Central
How many years
America.
ago was that?
Mhm.
How many years ago was that?
This was about, they believe that it could have been around 14,000 years ago. Because her remains in Central America in a cave in this area were found to be about 13,500 years old. Right? So it takes some time to move and migrate. Okay, fabulous. So now turn the page, please, my dears. No, you're gonna have time to go to the bathroom in just a minute, but not right now. All right, so let's go ahead and look at this. We good? So based on the new data, right, we see that we've got early migrations about 14,000 years ago, so they traveled around this way. All right, so let's go ahead and turn the page, and now I want you to look at my map compared to your map. What's your map missing?
A lot of stuff.
A lot of circles. So I want you to try to put those circles where they are on your map. Mark on your
Is that
map
like
where
Florida?
ancient settlements of Clovis people have been found. Clovis people are the ancients of North America. So pick up your
Our
pencils,
map looked a lot different.
and on your map, I need you to fill in the circles where we have found ancient Clovis people settlements. Just do like
Oh my gosh.
in this area, we've got lots of clusters here. I want you to know that the small dots are smaller settlements, the bigger circles are larger settlements. But I need you to please, on your map, mark general locations where we have found what is called the Clovis people in North America on this map, okay?
Ooh, I know.
On second page
I
on
like the
this
web by
map.
Wata.
Are you on the second page, bud? Okay, make sure that you're putting in these circles or dots around locations.
I'm really trying.
So it says artifacts, these are Clovis artifacts discovered in America. The map shows what North America would have looked like about 13,000 years ago. So about 13,000 years ago, again, before the ice opened up, we had settlements in this area. Alex, please put your phone away. Number 7, turn with the person next to you. I know there's not a lot of people around, but what's a pattern that we see? Ready, set, go.
That like the southern states is probably warmer,
You're like,
and they like Wata.
All right,
Maybe.
what are some patterns that we see? We're writing this now in number 7. Give me one pattern.
That they like living down south.
Okay, down south. Why would people move more down south areas?
Because mountains.
Mountains would be in this area, but what about, okay, just you say warmer?
Warmer. I
Yeah,
think.
probably a warmer climate. Okay, so what else do we see?
By
What
water.
settlements are located by?
Water.
Rivers, yeah. So a lot of the settlements are located by rivers. We see a big river pattern in here. We see river pattern here. We see even where the rivers are meeting up in several places, lots of settlements. We see some, not a lot, a few up by the Great Lakes region. We see some settlements along this area. I don't think that's the Columbia River. I don't know what river that is, but this is the Columbia River. And then we see in these patterns over here. All right. Number 8. Why do you think these ancient people settled in those areas? Turn with your pair share partner and talk that out.
Okay.
Because they're
They're
good places to
closer
survive.
to a river and ocean, they can like fish or food.
Water survive.
Think about the question we did yesterday on the board for our daily capture question. Hudson, give me one reason why they might settle by a river. What's one reason we would settle by a river? Water. They have water to drink. I put that down for number 8. Water to drink. What else, Jared?
Food.
Food. They have
Fishies.
fish. That's right. Fishies. What else? Come on, think about what we did yesterday. If somebody else comes
trading.
in, trade
It's warmer.
by river, not
Not all.
necessarily,
I don't think so.
but down here, yeah, down in the south, warmer. Yep, you could do that. All right, let's go ahead and look at number 9. If you came to a new land, what other items would you need to start a new settlement other than just fish and water?
Like woods.
Okay, you'd need some forest. Why
Yeah.
would you need those?
For like
Fire.
to build a house.
Yeah, for your shelter. Okay, so you would need and for fires, right? You can burn other things, but you can burn dung if you want, right? You know what dung is?
No.
If a cow craps and it dries up, you burn it.
They had cows back then?
No, I'm just saying that's an example of what dung is.
Oh.
But yes, right? We would need forests. We would need woods in order to build shelters, maybe. What else would you want to have in order to survive? Would you want to go
Like
near
warm.
an area where the hunting is good? Maybe some good
Yeah.
hunting grounds? Yeah, you wouldn't want to probably go someplace that you don't see any rabbits or squirrels or fox or deer, right?
Got fish.
So maybe good hunting grounds. Fish are good, but I'm saying in addition to that, maybe you want to find some good hunting grounds. Do we want to grow crops?
Yes.
So maybe we want some good soil. You writing any of this down? We're on number 9. Anything else you can think of if we're going to start a new settlement? Because we don't have a Domino's down the road.
Like the warm, if
Domino's
it's
is gross.
warm or cold.
Okay, maybe you want like a temperate climate.
Yeah.
You're probably not going to park yourself right up next to the ice,
Yeah.
right? Because what's going to be there?
Cold.
Nothing but like crazy coldness. I like it. I like the way you're thinking. Isn't it crazy? Look how much of Florida was just exposed in all of these different islands. I mean, I wonder like all the people that were
Florida
there.
looks so much tinier.
You mean the real Florida?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait, that's real.
Well, this is like the
yeah.
current coastline of Florida,
I didn't know.
and this is like the extended because all the water was tied up in the ice.
That's weird.
All right. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna dial it really into Iowa. So turn the page and let's check out Iowa. What we are seeing here, and you have this on yours, it says before 1673, Iowa had long been home to Native Americans. Approximately 17 different Indian tribes resided here at various times. These are the Native American tribes called the Iowa. That's why Iowa is called what it is. The Sauk, Meskwaki, the Sioux, the Potawatomi, the Otto, and the Missouri. Beginning in the 1830s, Euro-American settlements, that means people that came from Europe, appeared in the Iowa Territory. U.S. statehood was acquired in 1846, and by 1860, almost the entire state was settled and farmed by Euro-Americans. And now would be a good time to say, what happened to the Native Americans?
Euro people took them
You know, we
over.
pretty much pushed them out, right? Put them on, reservations, and, so we did not, we basically stole the land that we are living on right now. Okay, let's go ahead and look. These sites are early recorded Paleo-Indian sites. We've got what's called the Clovis site from the Clovis people, and we've got Folsom sites. And so what we're seeing here is clusters of, these are their arrowheads that we have found. So we know that they settled there. And so what I want you and your partners to do is look at the two maps. The map on the left shows various ancient Native American sites. The one on the right shows the locations of cities in Iowa. What do you notice about the locations of the ancient settlements with modern day cities? Turn with your pair share partners and talk that out.
It's like the ancient
What do we notice?
settlements are kind of like, I feel like they're kind of near bigger cities. I know like Iowa City's down in
I always
this
thought
area.
we were the corner of the state.
East Silly, we are.
I didn't know we were in the point.
Oh, you thought we were down here, huh?
Yeah.
Cause like,
Us?
there's some tribes that kind of settled near
Oh,
Iowa
no, we're
City.
Up here.
And then
We're like in here.
down there, like,
But, like,
the
the
Buttes up
very
top
end.
right, right?
Shit, never
Is the
mind.
Butte top right?
We got
Language.
basic like
I thought we
manual.
were
Is
up
the
here.
Butte top right?
Yeah.
Dubuque?
No, we're up here.
Yeah. Where's
Dubuque is right here.
Oh.
What's top right?
Well, I guess there's
Yeah,
a couple
Top
people-
right is
Alright.
going to be, you're gonna have like
No,
Sioux
that's left.
City.
That's left.
Oh, Sioux
Oh,
City.
sorry. You have Decorah up here.
Oh.
So they like settling-
Mississippi River goes through here.
So they like
Davenport.
settling near the Mississippi River,
but it's
so
like
near
2
the
hours
right
to the
side
border from us.
is now
This border.
or
We're
no
2 hours.
west,
Yeah.
What's up, bud?
the east side of
We're
Iowa.
like an
My
hour.
worry is that
Eastern
you're not gonna
Iowa.
come back in time to catch.
Like the southern border is like 2 hours away.
Like,
All right, 3, 2, 1, and we are done. Someone, what do we notice about ancient sites compared to modern day cities? Give me one.
They live next to rivers.
They live next to rivers. Okay, so both the modern day and the ancient live near rivers. What else do you
I feel
notice?
like a lot of them settled where like bigger cities are now.
Okay, so a lot of the
Yeah.
ancient Paleolithic people settled, or we should say the Europe Americans settled where the ancient people settled, right? That's what we're noticing, is that the Europeans settled at the same locations as the ancients. Write that down. That's number one.
But so what did he say?
The Europeans, right, the cities are located at the same locations as the ancient civilizations, or, you know, the ancient Native Americans, if you will. Give me an example of that. What do you see, like, as a city on the map that was settled?
Des Moines.
Council Bluffs, let's talk about that one. Council Bluffs is right here, and look at how many
That's a
ancient
lot.
people were settled in that area.
There's that big river to the left of it.
Ah, okay, maybe. So what else? Give me another city.
Iowa City.
Muscatine.
It's in the corner.
Muscatine right here, and we see that there's areas over here that were settled. Iowa City, right here. Oh, sorry, that's Cedar Rapids. We see
Yeah, or around
Cedar
that
Rapids
area.
right here, and we see Cedar Rapids right here. And I think this is actually Iowa City. I think this is
Oh.
actually Iowa City.
Oh,
Regardless.
like Dubuque.
What are we
area.
noticing right here in the middle? This was a big cache of
What's the
arrow
starting?
points.
Des Moines.
That's Des Moines, yeah. The Carlisle cache was just a very big, cache would be kind of like a hiding place with lots of arrowheads. So that's Des Moines, right? So Des Moines, the current city of Des Moines is there. And if we look up in this area, we see Sioux City, in this general area, right? Council Bluffs right down here. The question is, why do you think some of these cities are located where the ancients are?
Because there's already supplies there.
What do we call those supplies?
Artifact.
Yeah, well, resources.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you, no. Let's go ahead and say supplies. I like that. There's already supplies there to survive. Supplies like what?
Food.
Food, probably.
Shelter.
Water,
Soil.
probably, right?
Like-
Probably good cropland. If you were looking as a European American or anybody to settle someplace, they probably went to the area where there was already good water, good growing conditions, right? And so they went where the ancients were already settled. Why did the ancients settle there? Because there was water there, there was fishing there, there was areas to transport, trade. So these are not just, we didn't just put Des Moines up there for nothing, right? Des Moines was settled there because it had something to offer. Just like the ancient peoples lived there 10,000, 11,000 years ago because there was something there that they needed to survive. Good? Yes? Great. Hi kiddo. We have a new seating chart, but right now, can you just sit right there in front? And then could you also please let Justin see your second page so that we can get. So you didn't answer number 2. As soon as Hudson comes back, you can go ahead and go. Sweetie, yes?
Why did they change the capital? Why did they change the capital?
Why did they change the capital? You mean like, why did they go from Iowa City to Des Moines? They did that because they wanted something more central in the state. Because it used to, you're right, if you don't know, Zai's correct, it used to be Iowa City was the capital, but that was before, right, we started settling more and more. So as we moved more to the west, we wanted something that was more centrally located for the state. Good question. All right. At this point, what I wanted us to do was I wanted us to start a big natural resource lab. However, I don't think that's fair because more than half the class is missing. So here's what we're doing today. Today is going to be a productive catch up and grab our butts and run day because we are close to the end of the year. There you go. And I want to make sure that these people in this class, I want these people to go ahead and retake the climate factors quiz. I'm going to give that to you. I want you to go check to see who's not done the day after tomorrow quiz yet and get that done. Thank you, I changed your grade. And then go on Canvas and see what other classes you have to catch up in stuff, okay? So today is a catch up in my class or other classes day. I don't care if you listen to music, but please don't just waste this opportunity. If you need to go, like another couple people in my last class, they went to their math teachers and got some math worksheets to work on. Please, we have how many weeks left?
3.
I think like 3 full weeks. So let's get caught up on anything we might need to do. So the first things first, like Jaren, Michaela, I want to give Hudson, he's not here, and the other people, I'll try to catch them some other time, but I want to give you an opportunity for a retake on that quiz. Are you coming in still today for the retake on the test? I gave you your pass yesterday, do you still have it?
Yeah.
Great, do you still have your pass from yesterday, Justin?
Yes.
Great, okay, anybody else
Well,
need?
actually, I'm already in your Liberty.
Oh, that's right, so we don't have to worry about that? Did you lose it? I got it for you, no problem. Okay, so shut that off, Karen, please, and today we're just gonna kind of catch up, okay?